Hello, welcome back to Angel Lily Oracle. So we have, it's not a pick a card, it's a general collective read, loves, okay? And or someone's oracle messages. So when someone's oracle messages comes out, it's not really, honestly, it's not directed at anybody in particular. But it's just like someone could benefit from the messages. So please keep in mind, you know, it's probably a general read. And it will maybe resonate the whole way through or just resonate a little bit also. Alright, first rattle out of the box, we've got heartache and loss. So coming out of a lot of heartache and loss. Whew, the waiting game. That was in reverse. It's like you're ooh, okay. We're just going to get the cards first and then we'll read. Sometimes they take a while. Saw that coming. New beginnings. New beginnings. I apologize for the focusing and unfocusing of the camera. There's just always a lot of energy around. I thought it was the camera. But it turns out it's just the energy around me that messes with the electronics and stuff. There we go. So a chapter is opening. New beginnings is opening. On the bottom of the deck I have transformation. We have been going through huge mental and emotional transformations, physical transformations, and even transformations in our family, our friend circles, and you know, situations around us, our work area, school, home life, just a lot of different. All right, so I had to answer that. I forgot to make my car payment, so they were calling to remind me it was due. Don't you love it when that happens? Transformation all around though. It's like there's something coming in that you've been waiting for. Also, like, you've probably got, well, if you watch this channel, you've definitely been used to get the message about drinking your water and getting grounded, right? So something about rooting yourselves in, uprooting yourselves from a problem or how you see a problem also, and rerouting yourself into a fresh new perspective. Let's see what the other card is. Yeah, there could be some sacrifices that you felt you had to make, but actually it was small sacrifices. It's not a physicality. It's like, okay, here's an example that they're giving me. A sacrifice of speaking truth and hearing what has to be said. Or a sacrifice of just plowing through that fear that you have and speaking how you feel, or opening up about a situation that you're really like, oh, I know that would cause some ripples, that would cause some waves, that would cause conflict or confrontation. And funny I say that, and I notice she's standing in water, a ripply, kind of a turbulent water. But turns out things weren't as bad as you anticipated it, right? It wasn't as bad. The outcome was not as bad that you thought it was going to be. And you are following the wisdom. Okay, they've got a storyline here with these cards, so bear with me. And there's a little family of freaking gnats that have populated in my household, and I'm about to go crazy with them. They keep showing up in all the rooms. They like my bananas. You're standing in your wisdom. You like hold this huge sacred book of knowledge, and that's the universe. The universe is full of infinite knowledge, right? And you're creating these stable foundations around you. You are weeding out the old to make room for the new. Things that had ended previously. This was all for your highest good, all for the highest good of everyone involved, right? So you're speaking from wisdom, or you're hearing or feeling the wisdom or seeing it. And your passion is going to be reignited, and you're not going to be in this mental conflict with your like ego self, or those lower vibrational negative thinking patterns. You know, oh, what are you thinking? We can't do that. Like the fear-based patterns, right? You do have celebration and rejoice and time to celebrate and reasons to celebrate coming in under your new beginnings, because you've gone through a deep emotional loss here. And also as things are shedding away and you're learning things about people and yourself around you and all that good stuff, you're starting a new emotional cycle, okay? And you might be suffering some heartache and loss, but it's not within the situation that may have potentially caused heartache and loss. It's through a situation of releasing those negative parts, because your ego is literally grief-stricken because you're deciding to do away with those negative aspects of it. Wow. Well, that was a Fool. And this card is sticking out of this other deck over here. So I'm going to go ahead and, yes, proceed, be seen, push through, serious star blessings. So, star seeds, light workers, you know, Syrian energy coming through for you, dears. Okay, I'm just going to make some room here because I like to keep all the cards where I can see them so we can refer back to them, right? I guess I could have paused it for you, but apparently somebody's needing to learn patience on something. Ooh, that's okay. You'll get it. Let's get you there. And also, they're telling me to pay attention. And by they, I mean your spirit team, my spirit team, however you want to look at it. They're telling me to pay attention on how I'm lining these cards up too, which I'm not even, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just trying to get them situated. So there's a passion ignited after a huge heartache and loss, but you made a huge sacrifice, and whether it's involving your family, worried about how it would affect the family though, there's something new brewing. Everyone is okay. Everything is fine. There's mental conflict, the waiting game, transformation. These are for you people who are in the know of this spiritual enlightenment and this spiritual awakening, okay? If you know, if you've hip to the positive affirmations, the chakra alignment, the energy clearing, okay? There's like, you feel like, okay, I thought I was doing so well, and you almost feel like you went backwards in your ascension and your growth. You're tired of playing the waiting game, and I understand that, but stay patient, stay true to your path, because it is coming, and they pull you back so they can make you see how far you've truly come and how much you've actually grown, because you've really gone through some stuff the past 2 years, I feel, much like myself. And then we have rejoice in celebration, new beginnings, and wisdom. So this is where there's new enlightenment coming in. This is for both situations here. You know, new clarity and new wisdom, and happy joy, happy dances all around. Okay, so I did pause it for a moment so I could shuffle real quick. I'd like to pause to cut some of the screen time out, but I did pause it almost on the number 818, so you could be seeing repeating numbers. And, you know, like 222, 333, 1234. There are numbers on these cards as well. I didn't mention that earlier, but actually we've got the number synchronicity 1, 2, and 3 right there in a row. Look at that, you guys. I can't make this shit up, man. All right. So, yeah, new ideas about the future. You're going to be sowing seeds for your future. You're making new plans. You are, like, I see you. What I picture is somebody who's stepping up. You're stepping up onto this new platform, onto this new energy, this vibrational level. Oh, you guys, there's so much good coming towards you. You just wait, okay? That flipped over. Abundance. Okay. So there could be some form of abundance that you've been waiting on. Some kind of material aspect that you've been trying to manifest. And for others, also, what's just coming through is that there's mental conflict with abundance. Like, you might be placing too much importance on material items. Like, okay, I have to have Michael Kors this. I have to show people that I'm worthy to be on this earth, which that's not the case, okay? But that's okay. You're working through it, right? Opportunities, yeah. There's financial opportunities, business partnerships, friendships that are coming in. So much stuff, you guys. And look, because you've gone through the shadow work. We have shadow work in reverse. Some of these previous things that had caused mental conflict were parts of shadow work. Some people and situations that had erupted, yes, I'm going to say erupted because I feel like it's kind of a volatile energy that you were dealing with. They came and it was part of your shadow work, and they're aiding in your transformation. And pardon my sniffles and my coughs and my slippies of water because I've had some kind of sinus funkiness going on, and I've been trying to rejuvenate myself, but there's rejuvenation. There's like this new energy coming in for you. The stars are aligning for you guys. We've got the star and the moon too. I just noticed that. Gosh dang, that's really bright. Let me turn that down some. I apologize. All right. Determination and making the right. I know we know you want to make the right choices. You just want to make the right choices for your life and your family. And it's like this sense of not coming from a place of fear. Don't make your choices based out of fear. Well, oh, I would love to go this way, but I can't because I'm scared of such and such, right? Don't. So all the more reason. If it scares you, it's all the more reason to dig your heels in and dive the fuck in. This too shall pass. Is there anything else in this deck? Oh, I heard that loud. Nope. We're going to go to this deck next, and I'm going to pick 3 cards for each group. Also, please don't discount any messages or anything else that you're picking up from this stuff. Just because I didn't touch on it or I didn't say it doesn't mean it doesn't apply to you, okay? That just means that was for you personally. That was a message straight from your God source energy to you. All right, child, orphan. Independence based on learning to go it alone. Conquering fear of surviving. Oh my gosh, that's coming out under this one. You guys are doing so well, and it's really going to be okay. I know you guys have a lot of heartache over the situation, and you feel like something could be potentially, you're losing out on something, or you're going to make your kids lose out on something. Pardon me, I'm going to try to make this focus. I'm going to pause it for a second so I can blow my nose. Also, the shadow attributes on this card says feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Actually, hold on. Okay, so there is a really huge significance of this archetype card. And all you have to do is Google a child/orphan archetype card book meaning, and it's going to take you into something. If you're really drawn to do that, please do so after you watch this, or you can even pause and go down and check it out. But there's something meaningful behind that for you if any of this has resonated on a deeper level for you thus far, okay? Also, dealing with childhood trauma. There's some severe childhood trauma that we're dealing with and we've been healing. And there's a sense of not wanting to pass it down. You know, we are here to heal those lineages from our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, and our great-great-grandparents, and so on and so forth. And it's generational cycles. And, like, you know, everybody I've ever met has always been, oh my gosh. Calm down, everybody. There's a lot of energy around me right now, so please excuse the discombobulation and the, you know, tripping over words and whatnot. But there's, and now I forgot where I was going. Childhood trauma, healing it, generational patterns, generational karma. And of course, we've always been like, I want to do for my kids what my parents didn't do for me. And it's not always such a bad thing. Me personally, I just needed a little more positive affirmation. I'm a very sensitive person. I was a very sensitive child, very open, very empathic, very psychic, very intuitive. And I didn't understand that I needed to be grounded either. I didn't understand any of those words, actually, that I just spurted out. But I, as the kind of child I was, and no shame on my parents, by no means, they weren't aware of it, that I needed complete emotional support and stability. I needed all of their hands on my back to help push me forward, to believe in myself, to help me believe that I could do whatever I set my little mind to. And of course I would hear it every now and then that, you know, but sometimes we need that constancy, and we need situations placed in our lives that, you know, hey, you can do it, go for it, to be guided. So I'm going to stop speaking there. Guide represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. So this is like for that group that I was speaking about earlier. Of course, it's all intertwining, and of course there's individuals here. You are learning to work with your guides. You've been doing a lot of inner work, a lot of inner healing, inner standing, not understanding, but inner standing of yourself. We've got the owl here with the wisdom, right? Shadow attribute is places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. So yeah, I spoke about like placing the needs and wants of material items. Like those are not, the idea of having those would make you happy, but it's not going to bring fulfillment for you. And I feel like that's probably what you guys are noticing here. Seeing the beauty in everything, seeing the love, not judging others, not judging yourself. And that whole not judging others, that's a wide array. That's a huge array of different areas, because I personally am still working through some of those. I still have to catch myself and like, oh no, why did you just say that? Why did you just think that? Damsel, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. That's tying in everywhere here with the new beginnings, heartache and loss, sacrifices and passion ignited. The shadow attribute says waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. So maybe you were raised on that thing where, you know, man marries woman, you high school sweethearts go to college, or you meet a sweetheart in college, you get married, then you have a kid, or, you know, college, good job, marriage, whatever it is. Like somebody else set the standards for you in your life, and it was some potential religious beliefs also. But you're healing from that, and you're realizing, and she's standing in a mirror, right? Or she's looking through the mirror, and it's like you're learning to connect with your angel or your higher self also. Waiting for a knight to provide for you. So it's not, this is a completely new day and age, and it's honestly, spiritually, it's never was supposed to be like that, where man marries only woman and the man goes out to work and the woman stays home. Women are a powerful force to be reckoned with. We were chosen by the Creator himself to be a portal. We are a living portal to squirt new life into this earth realm. So you can do it. You stand up on your own 2 feet, you put your big girl britches on, and you jump off that fucking cliff, because you've got a huge faith. Don't literally go jump off a cliff. That's not what I'm saying here. But you know, have enough faith in your God man. Shape shifter. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. Ability to see the potential in everything. Yeah. Instead of saying a situation arises and you don't want to go do it because you think they're going to think this about you, or they're going to say this about you, or they already have preconceived notions. Like, don't assume the worst out of people, and don't assume the worst out of yourself. And you could be going through this right now in acknowledgement and releasing and healing of these aspects of yourself. Shadow attribute says projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. So like, you know, making stories up, lying to save face. And I cut the deck. Child magical. Oh, I love this card. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. The belief that everything is possible. The shadow attributes, which is, this is what we're all coming out of, and this is what we're continue to work through until we've got those gold wings on us. Pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles. Believing that energy and action are not required for growth. But it is. Energy and action are so required for growth. So if there's a situation in your life that's causing you a lot of mental conflict, it's going to be a sacrifice for you because you're fearful of loss. You're fearful of heartache. You don't want to go. But where are you right now? You're already there. You're already in that lower vibrational state because you're fearing it. Therefore, you're making it so for yourself. So this is a sacrifice you're going to make for yourself and for your children. You're going to help guide your children. You're going to go through this transformation. You're going to step out on your own 2 feet. It is needed at this time. There is, you know, the only one that's holding you back is you. You're going to get really good powers of observation and intuition. And also, okay, so there's this shadow attribute on this other card that says falsifying information. So I was going to mention lying, or maybe I did mention lying to save face. Like not even trying. You just don't want to admit. There's a sense of denial, and there's some things, and it's just words. It's just words, feelings, and thoughts. And there's no reason to deny or be scared of these things or admitting these things either. That's out. I'm just going to leave that. I'm all over the place right now. Honky, honky, honky. So I'm going to pull some cards. Yesterday I sat down and made a little handwritten oracle deck for money and career. So that's where I'm going next with this. Also, I'm picking up another message with this. There was a lot of self-reflection in yourself and or with children or your childhood. You've been doing a lot of reflection, and something has ignited inside of you. A new passion, a new light has ignited inside of you. You're carrying the torch for those kids. You're carrying the torch. You're helping so they can help see clearly. And of course, we want our kids to live in a better world, right? And that's what we're striving towards. Be the change you want to see. May have to walk away from this one, and that's coming out not for the child, but for that situation that somebody's so fearful about stepping out on or venturing or putting their foot down about or something. Health or transportation. Okay, so this is paying attention to your overall health. Maybe you are trying to manifest a new set of wheels for yourself or someone in the family. There's a transformation in your health going on. It's been a long time coming. You've been waiting a lot over it. It's caused you a lot of mental conflict. I mentioned those generational patterns is coming up again too. What do we got for this third one? Mr. Sparrow here. I woke up with a new spirit guide this morning. And my ancestor Eagle, of course, he's always around, but sometimes you have to work with new ones, you know, for different parts of your ascension journey. Look at that. Lots of job opportunities out there. There's no excuse. There's lots of job. I mean, even if you have to start small, a secretary at an office, or even a freaking car hop at Sonic. Don't let anything be beneath you, okay? Don't be scared of it and strive for the best, because you are a money magnet. This is what you want to be in life, right? So if you want this money to be attracted towards you, you have to take that inspired action. You have to get up off that ass and go do something, you know? And don't be afraid, because you will be fully guided by spirit. You just have to follow your heart and push away whenever those fears and doubts come up. Say, no, thank you. We're not doing that today. We're done with that part, okay? We're striving to be the best and do the best for ourselves here. And there's no sense of being fearful of anything as long as you follow your intuitive nudges, because you're really good about following your intuition and trusting your gut. Don't be scared to ask lots of questions. And sign that contract. What are you waiting for? Something about the transportation here too. And for some people who are already in the job community, you'll get a raise. And then also you'll get a raise in parenthood. So for some people, you're wondering what your life purpose is right now, or maybe you thought it was parenthood and you're supposed to be a stay-at-home parent. Okay, so we've got may have to walk away from this one and child. So that you might have to be walking away from that idea, because they're getting older and they need to evolve also. Spirit, can you help me out here? What you think will happen is not really going to happen. Fear is basing everything around your every move and every motive. You've got to release this fear in order to succeed in life, in order to receive the good new opportunities and be open to the new ideas and the abundance and the opportunities that are trying to pour into your life. You might just have to walk away from one situation and fully jump into another. Whoa, that was wild. Know your worth and don't settle for less. And in the next few weeks, I love that for you guys. So good stuff coming. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Final opportunities are waiting for you. A meeting with a stranger will be very important. And there was don't fear wishes not being granted. Hold on, look, I'm feeling the need to pull a card here for clarification. Contemplation. Okay, so this is another thing about, don't be fearful that it's going to fail before you even try it. Don't be fearful it's going to start or going to end before you even start it. Okay, we have to stop expecting the worst. Oh, I don't want to do that because I'll probably fail at it, or that probably won't work out because, and if you're finding yourself throwing 3-4 excuses in the mix as to why you're not taking this inspired action, I mean, that's on you. That's on you, my loves. You're the only one holding yourself back, okay? Pay attention to that flame. That flame was ignited within you. Handshakes, doors opening, contracts. Oh, that one card was signed the contract too, and we've got the handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Don't be afraid to take risks at this time, okay? This is what I have for you, my collective loves. If you haven't already, please hit like, subscribe, and share. Toodles.